We're on a bus tour to the Bronte Homeland. We're on the Bronte Homeland Drive. And this is the Bronte Homeland Information Board. And we're outside the Parish Church at Drumballyroney. In the 1830s, people were appointed to travel throughout parishes and townlands to record information. The Ordnance Survey memoirs, as they are known, provide an insight into the characteristics of daily life. So it's talking about the scenery there and the habits of the people. Houses in the country are generally of stone and thatched, and they're between 2 and 4 rooms. Weaving was the main occupation, along with agriculture for the men. And this is where the Bronte sisters' father grew up. And Patrick Bronte was actually born Brontë, B-R-U-N-T-Y, and whenever he went across to England he changed his name to Bronte, and he was born in 1777. And this is the kind of countryside he was born into. And there's a lovely mosaic picture here of Heathcliff and Cathy just outside the church. He's more myself than I am, whatever our souls are made of. His and mine are the same. And people who know the books will know that quotation. Wuthering Heights is the most iconic of all the Bronte literature, and this mosaic depicts Heathcliff and Cathy in constant turmoil. Artist Maeve King. And this is the church and the churchyard. Another information board. Drumballyroney Church, Bronte Homeland Picnic Site. Alice McClory's Cottage is number 3. Patrick Bronte Birthplace Cottage is number 4. Glasgow School, and then the brown direction signs locate these points. The sign posted routes for Bronte Homeland Drive are in the green. And it's a sort of a triangle from Castlewellan, Rathfriland through to Banbridge. And there's Money Slane and Kate's Bridge mentioned as well. So we are here. Number 2. Number 3 is Alice McClory's Cottage. Number 4 is Patrick Bronte's Birthplace Cottage, and number 5 is Glasgow School. All key places, locations in the story of Patrick Bronte, father of the Bronte sisters, and Bramwell as well, of course. He had a sad end. I must come back to this churchyard because it's antiquated, and I like antiquated churchyards. There's the old windows. Oh, going in to hear a wee talk now. In the Bronte Information Centre, and there's big information boards here. And the Bronte story is fascinating. Never mind the books. So I'm just going to pan down this very slowly. Patrick's father, Hugh Brunty, ran away from home, and you can read all about him there. And many people in England seem to forget that the Brontes were of Irish ancestry.
Shopping in that bridge.
You're not doing that today.
And there's a picture of Patrick Bronte, father of the Bronte sisters.
Already on one of these. Yes, please.
And then I shirt out here. And there's Charlotte Bronte's bridal attire, pictures of that. There's a replica of her bridal dress in the corner up here, which I'll film in a minute. And there's the information about the change of name. And this is the type of clothes that they would have worn in those days.
That's very good. Alright, Paul? Yeah. Hello, everybody?
Yes, I'm coming now, Morris.
That's alright. You enjoy that one?
Oh yes, and this is Patrick Bronte as he was, a replica of him, and there's various pieces of memorabilia here in the corner. Books, bowl, spectacles, raw wool, little books, sampler, wedding ring, reproductions, these are obviously, writing desk. And letters and what have you. And there you're looking out on the churchyard. I'm going to enter the church here now.
Right, come on. See up there.
At least there's more room in the church. But I always say we start in the church, I feel like a preacher. So just talking about
And Patrick Bramwell Bronte was very talented as well. But it was his three sisters that were exceptional. There's all the information about Emily Jane. And these paintings around the wall were done by a Belfast artist, Miss Duffy, as far as I know, well-known Belfast artist, and they depict instances from the Bronte story. Patrick caught with Miss Todd. This building is used for music events and what have you. Preached his first sermon in autumn 1806.
Just by a wonderful person called Marie Kondo.
And this is what he might have looked like.
Yes, you go and she comes into your home. You never, yes. So
If you go back down to Bronte,
yes, I go to
you're going to
yes.
And this is the young Patrick, supposedly at his work weaving, but he didn't. He read books while he weaved, and because of that he lost his job. He was reputed to have learnt Paradise Lost off by heart. And this is him again, come courting, I believe. And Patrick Bronte was born in very, very poor circumstances. And it's remarkable that he ended up going to Cambridge and doing well and in charge of his own parish in England. And these paintings were all done by Rita Duffy.
I thought it was one of your colours, but I sitting there.
No, it's not one of ours.
Belfast artist.
But it's lovely.
This is all about Drumballyroney Church. This is all Bronte country.
Yes,
And just across the way is the shebeen where Patrick's brothers would have drunk illicit liquor, a shebeen. Poaching.
They had a good life, haven't they?
Bad boys they were too. It is now a picnic area.